right, good afternoon. This is Beverly with Diversified Business Solutions, and I have Nate here from Fishbowl. We wanted to
How's it
take
going?
a few minutes to just kind of talk about DBS and Fishbowl and when and why and where you would want to use Fishbowl above and beyond QuickBooks. As everyone knows, I'm Beverly Lang with Diversified Business Solutions. I am a QuickBooks solution provider, which means I sell and implement anything that has to do with the Intuit ecosystem. That being said, there are times when our inventory system is just not enough. And in those cases, that's when I take my clients to Fishbowl. So let me introduce Nate, and he can talk to you just a little bit about where Fishbowl came from, how long they've been around, and then we can briefly go over some of the reasons why you would want to use Fishbowl instead of QuickBooks. Nate?
Perfect. Perfect. Thanks for teeing that up. So yeah, like Beverly said, so Fishbowl does inventory management software. And so we've been a gold developer for QuickBooks, which means we're basically been with them for about 15, 20 years as far as integrations. We integrate hand in hand. So you essentially would still use QuickBooks as your accounting software, and then you use Fishbowl for kind of some of those extra features that we're going to get into here shortly. But we're based out of Orem, Utah, which is about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake. A little over 150 employees, which is good because we handle the support side really well, and that's kind of what we hear from a lot of the QSPs is they like it because their clients are taken care of. They get a live person on the phone if they need help or if they need training. And so, yeah, I kind of work hand in hand with all the QSPs and the partners. I come from kind of the implementation side of Fishbowl, so I've seen a lot of integration, with different companies that get onto QuickBooks and how basically Fishbowl has helped those QuickBooks users kind of go above and beyond what QuickBooks can do. And so, QuickBooks is awesome software. It handles, people love it. And so it's nice to keep the accountants happy. They get to still do what they get to do, and then the warehouse personnel get some extra functionality and feature set. So,
Absolutely. So one of the main reasons that I would push towards moving people to Fishbowl would be the costing method that they want to use. As most people know, QuickBooks only allows you to use average cost and FIFO, and sometimes people just want to use either standard cost or last in, last out LIFO. And so if they want to choose those options are available in Fishbowl where they're not available in QuickBooks.
yep.
Yeah, one of the other reasons is the part tracking criteria. A lot of people in the industry, especially the medical industry, which I've been doing a lot of lately, they're looking to track not only the serial numbers, but lot numbers, expiration dates. And while QuickBooks will allow you to do one, it only lets you do one. Fishbowl will allow you to do all of them. You can even add custom fields if you need to track sub-levels or sub-lots within a lot number. So Fishbowl gives you the capability to have multiple part tracking criteria, where QuickBooks only gives you the ability to have one or the other.
Yeah, and that part, just kind of speak a little bit to that as well, especially with like what you're saying with the medical device. And right now in this kind of crazy COVID time, we actually have a lot of like hand sanitizer companies that are coming on, or medical supplement companies, to where like expiration date is key for them, or that maybe they need to do lot and expiration date. And so, it's awesome for them because then they can do both and they're able to track, hey, we've had this stuff 3 months, 3 months already. Let's get rid of that first and kind of be able to track both sets of data.
Absolutely. And I guess the final reason that I choose to use Fishbowl is just the ability to kind of segregate my accounting from my warehouse, like you were talking about at the beginning. I want my warehouse to have as much of a robust system as they can have without them being able to touch my accounting. I don't want them to pick and choose where things are going to hit, what things are going to do. And Fishbowl really gives us that ability to segregate the two and give the warehouse their own standalone software that will then integrate back with QuickBooks and make the entries that I need for my financial purposes.
Yeah, and kind of going along those same lines, I can't tell you how many times I've done a on-site training for a company where the warehouse people were getting in and not intentionally messing anything up, but trying to push an RMA or cycle something, or especially mess with costing layers where they'll say, okay, I think we bought this at $3, but I can't remember. I'm just going to put it in for $3 when really it was $6, right? And so the cool thing about Fishbowl is you can do this in QuickBooks as well, but on the Fishbowl side for the warehouse, you can limit user rights. So if you want, Jeff in the warehouse to only be able to, cycle and move and receive POs, then he can't touch any of the costing layers. And you can literally go down to the function and feature within each module to limit those rights. And so it's actually, it sounds like you're kind of taking you're removing the room for error. And so it's nice especially for I've actually talked to warehouse people where I'm like, hey, I got to change these user rights, and they're actually happy about it. They're like, yeah, that's great. Then I can't mess anything up. I can just do what I'm used to, do what I do, and the accountant does their thing.
Right. Yeah. So I just want to reiterate that, QuickBooks, I am a QuickBooks girl from start to finish, and I love the QuickBooks products, but QuickBooks does not always fit the need of every customer. And as you get into some of these more complex manufacturing, warehouse distributors, especially in the medical field, you're going to need some features and robustness that QuickBooks just cannot offer. So you're better off to scale down on the financial side maybe, and go more robust on the Fishbowl side and add Fishbowl software so that you can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's well said. And I think maybe we can do another video later on of how QuickBooks integrates with Fishbowl. Some people can't grasp that until they see it. And so maybe we'll do like a flowchart thing, but as Beverly said, it's that they both do their job really, really well. So when you marry the two, you kind of cover multiple bases there.
Absolutely. So in this post, I'm going to include both the contact information for Fishbowl as well as for myself. If you guys want to see a in-depth demo of Fishbowl, just reach out to me. I'll be glad to get a demo scheduled. If you have clients that are looking for, or if you're the client looking for this particular add-on to make your industry and your warehouse and inventory management more streamlined, let me know. I do partner with Fishbowl. You will get a discount by going through me, and you're going to get the best service that you can get. So Nate, I just wanted to thank you for joining me today and letting us talk about Fishbowl. We'll definitely get back together again and do a couple more of these so that we can share more information with the masses.
I'm down. Let's do it. Thanks,
All right. Thanks.